All right, we should be up and running. Did I really screw this up again? Did I? Oh my goodness. I think I did. I think I might have screwed the time up again. Ah! The scuff cannot be stopped. Apparently not. Apparently, even when I say I double check something, I apparently scheduled this a half an hour earlier than I originally intended. Alright, at least we're here. So let me go ahead. Let me say good morning to everybody. So good morning, Mr. Bad with Names. Good morning, Maddie. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Floating Away Today. Good morning, Crazy Krita. Good morning, Dark Raven. Oh my goodness, there's so many of you here today. Good morning, Gombig. Good morning, Baytran. Oh wow. Delta, you're here as well. Holy smokes, there are so many of you today. I can't even see. I think we got... Oh, Lemon Dust is here as well. All right, awesome. I think I got everybody. Hi, Thomas. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. All right, so as the theme implies, today we are going to be going over all of the different stuff that we did over the course of last week for the drawing and the writing contest. We have a couple of selected winners. So I decided that I'm going to read the winning story from the writing prompt contest, which was Mr. Bad with Names. I haven't had a chance to read this story yet, so I'm really looking forward to like digging into it for the first time. I didn't want any spoilers. That may have been a mistake. We'll see. I'm going to try my best to narrate this as good as possible. If for next time I need to do more prep work on reading these so that it narrates better, I will, but I also didn't want to spoil myself of the experience. And then after that, we're going to be taking a look at some of the drawings that were submitted for the drawing contest. There were 4 entries. We're going to go over all of them in order. And then if that artist is here, I'll ask them some questions in the chat about like what inspired them to draw that, like what their thoughts were. I'll give a couple of my opinions on the piece as well. I thought it would be a lot of fun to do that. And then, you know, if we have some extra time, we'll just chit chat after that. But that's the plan for today. So I hope all of you are excited. This is kind of a new thing that we're doing. So, you know, we'll see how all of this goes. I'm excited though. I'm really excited. I have to go for driving practice in like 10 minutes, but I'm 100% rewatching the stream after. No worries, no worries. We're probably, by the time I get to actually reading it, you're probably gonna go. I will do my best to narrate it really well. I've been wanting for a while to do stuff like this, again. So I want to get more narration practice. I really like doing the Obulette story that I did on my art channel. That was a lot of fun for me. So I'm hoping like I can kind of vicariously live through the stories that you all read, and I can read those on stream. Which to me is a lot more meaningful because it comes from the community. It's not like I'm just picking some random fan fiction from the internet. It's all stuff that you've been writing. Good morning, Lemon. I see you there. Yes, definitely good luck with driving. I think I brought this up once on live stream, but I didn't get my driver's license at 16. It took me quite a bit of time. I did not get my driver's license until well after the military. You've got this. No worries. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that will happen? Well, for me, it was failing the parallel parking portion of the driving test. I mean, I was really bad at that at first. Like, every single time the tire would hit the curb. Every time, without fail. It was just like, what are you, trying to park it on the curb? It's like, no! I still don't have my driver's license. That's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I got mine at 23. That was about the age I got mine as well. I took around 10 driving tests before giving up. Honestly, it took quite a few for me as well.
At Floating Away Today, Super Head Patted 82 cents. Love for the oubliette. Thanks for reading stuff.
Absolutely. And even though this live stream probably won't be the best rendition, if Mr. Badman Names is comfortable with it and I really like the story, I could probably do like a more professional like reading through of this kind of stuff. If folks are interested, but because I'm not the author of these works, I would specifically need their permission. And Mr. Badman Names may not want me to read his writing because Mr. Badman Names also has their own YouTube channel and they could just, you know, narrate the work themselves and post the video, right? So I just want to make sure that I'm not stepping on anybody's toes there. But I mean, I would love to do it. Currently making music, tried to do something closer to my dungeon synth roots. I'd be interested in hearing it. Do you post your music in the... I don't recall if I've seen you post any songs in there. Also, head patch for you Floating Away Today before I forget. Thank you so much, cutie. I live in a city with passable public transportation. So that's like one of my biggest issues is I don't live in a city. I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm a country bumpkin. I kid you not. If I could walk, it would take me 20 minutes to walk to the nearest bus station. And it's all hills, by the way. It's all hills. All hills. Some of them are downhill, but not all of them. Not all of them. Dungeon Synth, that's a new one for me. The way I'm imagining it is like kind of like a grungy, techno-y kind of like, I don't know, dark dungeon-y thing, I guess. I don't have the right words to articulate things this morning. Oh geez, have another cup of coffee, Rain. Hey, at least it's Friday though. We've all made it to the end of the week. I know some of us have had some pretty crazy weeks. My week has been absolutely bonkers for reasons that I can't get into, but holy smokes, upside down, topsy-turvy, right? And I'm really proud of myself because I managed to get a lot of things done and like nothing fell completely off the rails. Like I scuffed a few things, right? But nothing, as far as I'm aware, was a major miss, except for yesterday. And for anybody who was at Dungeons and Dragons or that plays Dungeons and Dragons regularly, oh my god! Like I had texted Anna, and I'm like, "Listen, I'm really sorry, right? Like ahead of time, I'm doing my best. Like I'm trying to like get some energy going, right? I am not feeling well right now, and this was like maybe at like 1 something, like in the afternoon, and I'm like, I'm gonna try my best. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll be there for Dungeons and Dragons. Don't worry, right? I don't know. Somehow within like that hour and a half period of time, I didn't just pass out. I like fell into basically a recovery coma. Apparently, people called me. I was being pinged. I was like, I didn't hear nothing. And the worst part about it, too, is I have, like, the speaker right next to my head, so I should have heard all of this. Nothing. Completely dead to the world. It's like Dungeons & Dragons-esque synth music. I'm definitely very interested in hearing what you got. If you're ever in my country, do not use the public Uh-oh. That's kind of like when people say, like, if you ever walk into a new area and you ask people in that area if they trust the water, right? That usually gives you a good indication of, like, how things are going in that area. I know that seems like a weird question, but if you ever walk into, like, a new area and be like, so how's the water around here? And if people are like, oh, yeah, the water's great, like, usually that means, like, the towns in general is, like, kind of okay-ish. But if people, like, if you ask people, like, how's the water here? And they're like, oh, God, the water is awful. The water sucks here. Like, that usually means the town's municipal services are really, like, under, like, underfunded. It's such a simple question too. Like, oh, how's the water? Do you trust the water around here? Hell no, I don't trust the goddamn water. Pat's Parade missing the... Oh, God. The first thing I did, too, is I was like, Anna, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I even had a dream about it. That was the worst part, too. I had a dream about missing it, and I was already apologizing in my dream to Anna for missing it. So, like, that was, like, you would think that would have woke me up, but apparently not. Apparently, I just had a dream about it instead. I just give you a blank one look on the object of water. Mine is, oh no, lead pipes. That's so bad. We probably, I'm not one to speak. U.S. infrastructure sucks. There's probably lead pipes everywhere, and we just don't know about them. Your first words were fuck, fuck, fuck. Wait, no, let me read that properly. I believe your first words were fuck, followed by fuck, fuck, and then more fuck, fuck, fuck. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, I know my own crash outs. Let me at least meander over here to this page so that we can at least start like getting towards the read-in portion of this. So as I mentioned, this story is called Clay by Mr. Bad with Names, and we're going to start reading this here in a couple of minutes. Oh, why is the chat not on? What the... Where's the chat? What happened to the chat? Yo, why is my chat not working? Oh, God damn it. Oh, come on now. It was just working a minute ago. It's working over on this screen. Come on. There it goes. Okay, I figured it out. Yay! Alright, now how can I format this so that the reading experience doesn't suck? High tabs and outlines. Sure. I guess. I mean, I think you can mostly see this. I don't know. How readable is that to you? Because, like, I can zoom in further, but, like, to me, this is very readable. I want to make sure. But I'm also looking at a very small OBS preview window, so I'm really not the best person to be asking here. Oh, no, we vapor. Oh, no. It's probably my internet connection. We're having some really bad weather today. Thankfully, I don't think it's going to snow anymore. I say that. I should just knock on wood, but, like, I don't think it's going to snow anymore. It's okay to read at full screen. Okay, let me see if I can full screen the document. I mean, I'm already full screen, but how do you full screen it? File, download, select all, zoom. Fit? Ah, fit works. How's fit? Does this look better? Is this like a little better? I know I'm covering up part of it, but I can actually get rid of myself for this if you think that's going to be better for the reading experience. Like, I don't need to have my face on screen. I can just disappear for a little while. So what do you think? You want me on the screen reading it to you, or would you prefer me off screen? Yeah, I think this looks good too. I just don't know if my body is going to screw up the reading experience or not. I'm not too worried about chat because by the time I scroll down, I probably will have likely read that part. And I'll try to keep it in the middle, too. I vote to keep the cutie on screen. What cutie? I don't see any cuties around here except for the ones in chat. Oh! I suggest just reading through and not stopping for chat until after for discussion. That is a good idea. I'm not going to let myself get distracted. So I'm going to read through the entire story first. Then we can all self-reflect on it. That sounds like a good idea. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get started. All right, so this is a short story titled Clay by Mr. Bad with Names. It was a gloomy day. The overcast kind of precipitation-happy atmosphere that dared you to make outdoor plans. The antique collector pulled his loaded cart precariously close to the unguarded drop of the cliff overlooking the tumultuous expanse of the untamed woodlands. His newest crop of ancient artifacts rattled behind him. The worn wheels glacially gnawed through the appropriate antique axle. Oh my goodness, I love the use of words here. That's going to trip me up a few times. I'm just going to be real about it. An unsolicited bump in the exposed rock broke the wheel clean off. The vehicle tilted towards the drop as one by one all of the collector's prized possessions slid across the scratched up wood over the cliff. The man's initial response was self-preservation as he let go of the tipping structure before remembering what it carried. Immediately after, he threw himself back at the wagon, attempting to counteract its list. Oh, list as in, like, it's tilting list. Okay, alright. Alright, it just took me a second for that one to click. No, 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 no! He cried as the crystalline aquarium of shifting figures sped away from him. Even as he used his entire body weight to pull the cart towards him, the inertia of the heavy tank propelled it off the inclined surface like a ramp. The collector dropped to his knees as he watched his most precious artifacts, an irreplaceable treasure that survived millennia, a magical gadget the likes of which can never be made again, thanks to the world's truncated thumic fields. I'm gonna go with thumic on that. I'm not 100% sure if I pronounced that word correctly. The distant crash of shattering glass relieved him of any lingering hope of recovering the item. With a devastated groan, the man stood back up and began to drag himself back in the direction of his home. Meanwhile, down at the footing of the imposing cliff, amidst the broken glass, a small, cerulean blue figure stumbled to its feet. It was tiny, just small enough to fit inside a shoe, should it wish to. What happened? Groaned the clay automation as it flexed its arms and legs to see if they still functioned. They looked up. Their small, yet detailed design was captured with only relief in otherwise unsurprisingly homogeneous clay. Gone were the 4 glass walls and the fluorescent square overhead. Gone were the silver sculptures of burning buildings and crater-pocketed earth, which hitherto made up their perpetually warring realm. Every direction stretched on for what seemed like forever. The sky gave off barely any light. The air convected around them, carrying with it some of the finer glass particles. The clouds, which were there for starters, moved smoothly in a manner entirely unfamiliar to the clay soldier. The blue soldier's confusion was immediately quenched with the vicious mire that defined their very existence. A cinnabar red soldier seemed to be following the same staggered routine before locking eyes with the cerulean one. Immediately, their expression hardened into a look of practiced resentment. One by one, a dozen or more figures of each color crawled out from the branches and bushes of which they were scattered on impact. Before long, the soldiers turned the little clearing into their new arena. They fought like they always had, punching and kicking each other in the perpetually sustainable way that only moist clay can. As minutes turned to hours, the soldiers discovered a problem that they had never encountered before. They were getting dirty. Dirt and dirt and detritus clung to their soft clay bodies like a flower to a wet spoon. The melee slowed to a half-hearted harassment campaign of uncertain slaps and shoves. "Hey, I'm on your side," hissed a soily soldier. "Oh," grasped the aggressor, taking a lump of his shoulder and plugging the dent he formed in his colleague's torso. I'm sorry," he said apologetically, smoothing the filling over. "I have no idea who's who," he said, wilting slightly. Nodding in shared confusion, the dirty soldier scanned the surroundings once more, seeing the indistinguishable masses mingling awkwardly. With a plastic frown, the patched-up soldier stepped forward. "All right, listen up, everyone," he said, getting everyone's cautious attention. "This isn't working. We have to find some way of knowing which person is on which team," he announced to a murmur of general agreement. "Our team could have sticks," one leaf-covered soldier suggested. "That's not fair," protested a soldier with a shard of glass still lodged in his head. "That's a weapon." "We wouldn't use the sticks," a soldier with a smeared nose sniffled defensively. "Then we want rocks," decided the leafy one. "Now that's unfair," snorted the noseless one. "We wouldn't use the rocks," the leafy soldier drawled mockingly. Outraged, the soldier with the glass angrily grabbed a stick. "He's using a stick!" A soldier with a missing arm hollered. Gasps erupted all around them. The soldier, assessing the crowd, clapped his hands, the noise largely muffled by the airy debris coating his limb. "Everyone, calm down. We can figure out a way to go back to fighting each other properly. There's no need for violence." I'm sorry, I love that. That was a great line. The soldier with the glass grudgingly stabbed his stick into the dirt. "Thank you," breathed the speaker. "Why don't we just split up based on beliefs?" proposed the soldier, stained with some sort of berry juice. They were obviously hiding a stick behind their back, too. The speaker's eyes lit up. "Wonderful suggestion. All right, everybody. All right, everyone who likes the color red, please step to the left." Nobody moved. "And everyone who likes the color blue, please step to the right," he said, his voice losing confidence as the crowd remained totally still. "I'm kind of sick of the red and blue," the leafy soldier admitted. "Yeah, that's all we ever see," the glass soldier agreed. "What about green?" "I like green." "Yeah, green works." All the others agreed. "All right, well, somebody has to pick another color," said the speaker. "I can do yellow," offered a nasally voice. "Oh, yellow is even better." "What about pink?" "Ooh, can I do 2 colors?" Okay. So colors are a no-go. That's all right," the speaker said, trying to regain everyone's attention. "Does anybody feel strongly about anything besides fighting?" he added. After a moment of hushed discussion, the common consensus was a shrug. "Okay," the speaker declared shortly. "Then we must make up some beliefs. Does that work for everybody?" Only nods. "Okay. You, the 2 of you, you 4, you 3, and him, hate rocks." They nodded cautiously and moved to one side of the clearing. "The rest of us hate sticks," the speaker announced. "I don't like either," the one-armed soldier raised his one arm. The speaker sighed irritably. "Then you could switch teams to whichever one you like more." Immediately, the 2 groups began circulating their indecisive members. "Remember, if you hate sticks, only attack people who hate rocks. Ready?" He hurried over to his rock-hating side. Fight! Another hour passed. For a while, the system worked, but as one of the fluctuating teams inevitably ended up with a slight number advantage, more and more soldiers wanted to switch to their side. Every couple of hits, somebody threw up their hands into the air and cried, "I hate sticks now!" The other stick haters groaned as they had to look for a new target. "This sucks. There are like 4 rock haters left," whined the leafy soldier. "Then switch teams," shrugged the one with the smeared nose. "You switch," scoffed the leafy one. They turned to the speaker, who was actively part of the mob, trying to shake a screeching rock hater off of a tall plant stalk. "Hey you," the leafy one called out to the speaker. "Everyone's leaving for our team. Do something." "Why me?" asked the speaker, still enjoying himself. "I don't know. You seem like the person for it," shrugged the leafy one. And the one with the smeared nose nodded. "Yeah, I thought you were in charge." "What?" "No," he shook his head. "I just don't want to fight my team. But if everybody switches to our team, then we'll have to fight each other," whined the leafy one. The soldier stained with berry juice ran up and hit the soldier with the smeared nose with a stick, denting his head into the shape of a trough. "Anarchy!" he cried. The leafy soldier shoved the berry soldier to the ground, annoyed, to which his resolve crumbled immediately. "Ow, okay, sorry," he said, and he got back up. The smeared nose soldier attempting to smoothen over the valley, bisecting his scalp. "Here," said the berry one, plucking his pinky and kneading it into his victim's wound. Okay, everybody, I have an idea," announced the weary speaker. "How about we go and find some water and wash off all this dirt," he began. "And then we can have a proper brawl," he proposed. First there were whispers, and then a shared hum of agreement. "Yes," exclaimed the berry-stained one. "But, stepped forward the one with glass. "How are we going to wash it off?" The speaker's smile faded slightly as he considered the query. "Fair question," he sighed. After a moment, he looked at the crowd gathered before him. Did anybody see any bodies of water as they were falling? They all shook their heads. Just then, right on cue, something struck the berry-soaked soldier. He staggered back with a frightened gasp. The heavy, bulbous droplet raced down his body, taking with it some of the dirt clinging to his clay. Slowly at first, the sound of speeding water drops crashing into the canopies above and the litter below evolved into a continuous roar. As the rain washed off the dirt, a different problem became obvious. Every single soldier's body was patchy in irregular areas of opposing colors clay. "Shit," the leafy one said flatly. His body was nearly entirely red from the waist down. The glass one pulled off his blue arm in one swift motion before scanning his surroundings for his old arm. Having spotted it, he marched up to the soldier with the smeared nose and dented head. "That's my arm. Let's swap back." The one with the smeared nose hesitated. "I don't want to," he said, wrapping his red arm protectively with his blue arm. "I like it." The one with only one arm looked at his hand, seeing that each of his fingers was the wrong color. He looked over to the berry-soaked soldier, who appeared to be in the same predicament. After a while, the berry soldier shrugged. "This works for me." The one-armed soldier nodded as well, his shoulders visibly relaxing. "Same." Overhearing their exchange, the soldier with the smeared nose frowned to the best of his ability. "Does anyone have a spare nose?" They asked hesitantly. The speaker cocked his head and walked up to him. "There's plenty of material on your face," he said reassuringly. "Let's just see if we can," and he began shaping the lump protruding just above his lip. "How's that?" The soldier with a pristine nose glanced down at it and donned a beaming smile. "Yes, that's perfect. Thank you." Before long, the 24 soldiers sat huddled together beneath the cover of a large leafed shrub, Their waxy cuticles protected them from being diluted into a purple slurry. They all looked unique, but the one thing that they had in common was the patchwork of red to blue gradients across their entire bodies. And when the rain passed, they would find something new to do. Was that the end of the story? Yay! We did it! Oh my goodness, I really like that. That was a great story. I wish Mr. Bad with Names was here so I could talk to them more about it, but I'm going to follow up with them later. I know Mr. Bad with Names is not here, but head pats in the chat for Mr. Bad with Names. Hopefully I did a decent reading of that. A couple of the words tripped me up. A couple of them, honestly, those were a couple words. They were the first time I came across that particular usage of that word. So hopefully I enunciated everything properly, but that was really well written. I really like that. What a glorious story. And I love how they kept perpetually wanting to fight each other, right? That was the cutest part about it, right? Like, they didn't actually have a hateful agenda. They just were fighting for the sake of fighting each other because that's just what they did. They didn't know anything else. That was so good. Solid structure to the narrative. I agree. I also like how it kind of like kept like poking fun at the fact that they like were fighting. Like that one line, right? Like we're like, nobody get violent, right? Like nobody start getting violent about it, right? Like that was one of the best lines of the entire story. And it was right in the middle too, right? So it makes like a good like transitionary phase to kind of show like the ridiculousness. Like it highlights the ridiculousness of the predicament that they're in. But at the same time, what's funny about that is none of the people in that story picked up on that, right? Only we as the observers and the readers picked up on that detail. Well, it's like one of those things too, right? It's like, what is your purpose, right? And I can relate to this a lot because I used to be in the military, right? But it's like, once the fighting's over with, what is your purpose? You can't just keep fighting, right? Like, think about it like this, right? Like, what were the life skills that the military taught me? They taught me how to clean a weapon and fire a weapon, right? And they taught me like combat skills, and they taught me how to fix a tank. None of this actually useful for anything, right? So I can really relate to how those soldiers felt trying to experience life for the first time outside of their perpetual glass war room, right? It's hard to make that adjustment when you first get out of the military. So that for me was the part of the story that really resonated the most, because I've been through that transitionary phase where it's like, okay, but now what? Now what? What do I do with myself now that this is over? So if I didn't mention it enough as is, thank you so much, Mr. Bad with Names. This is a beautiful story. I'm going to get everything staged up for the next part of the stream because we are going to be looking at art. I already got the first one loaded in. I just got to get it ready. All right, but we're going to come over here. I need to take probably just a quick little break. I need to get some extra water after that. So I just need like a minute or two to go ahead and grab some more water. I should have refilled before the stream, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some water. You all grab some water or a snack too. And then we're going to jump in over to looking at drawings, at the drawings that were submitted. All right, where's the break thing? Where's the break thing? Where is it? There it is. All right, I will be back in just a few minutes. All right, I am back. Gombik, did you did you gift memberships while I wasn't looking, cutie? Get your head pats. Everybody, head pats in the chat, especially if you just got a membership from Gombik. Thank you so much, cutie. You'll love doing that the second I go on break. I feel like it's a conspiracy at this point. You're like, ha, Rain's not paying attention. Go ahead and gift memberships. Insert head pats here. Oh no, you didn't get a membership yet. Don't worry, you might get lucky. All right, hold on, wait. I gotta remember to take the water thing off. Oh my goodness, floating away today with another 5 memberships. Oh, head pats for you as well. All right, Maddie, did you get it that time? I don't know. I don't think I saw Maddie's name. Oh, I saw Ezzy got one. Yeah, Ezzy. I know Ezzy. All right, don't worry, Maddie. You're gonna get one of these times. All right, let me go over here real quick. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start taking a look at some of the art that was submitted for the contest. Whoops. Oh, that's going above the things. All right, hold on. I gotta be careful about that. All right, so this is the very first drawing that was submitted for the drawing contest. Now, for those who are not aware, I probably should have brought this up before I did the reading. We are doing like writing prompt stuff in the community now. If you want to participate in all of this, get in contact with Baytran for the writing stuff. As far as the drawing stuff, Maddie / also known as Hesitate is doing the art stuff in the Discord. So if anybody wants to participate in any of this stuff and have their art like looked at for like next week or the week after, we're definitely going to be doing more of this. Oh my goodness. Wait, Credo, did you just send in another 5 memberships? All right, hold on. Wait. Let me see who got them. I don't see Maddie in that. This was Peeps art? Yes. I keep getting distracted by all the membership gifting. Credo, head pats in the chat for you, cutie. Oh, goodness. Seem to be losing my voice quicker than usual today. I know. I feel so bad. I keep, like, hoping one of them was going to be Maddie's. Don't worry. You'll get it one of these times, cutie. It's just RNG. Don't worry. It's just RNG. Okay. All right. So, moving on to the art portion of this. So, there was a drawing contest. For the very first one, we just kind of said, show us what you got. There wasn't a particular theme or anything about this. We just said kind of go nuts with it. Draw anything that your heart desires within reason, as long as it follows like the servers, like Discord, like the Discord server rules, like that would be fine. As long as it's like within reason, right? So this very first piece appears to be an abstract art piece. Now, if you're here, correct me if I'm wrong here. I'm going to go ahead and label this as an abstract art piece. And I really like this. The reason why I like something like this is because this reminds me of an electrical diagram in a sense, but not like in a organized way. This feels like something that this would be like the electrical diagram you look at in a dream. Right? Like, none of it really makes sense, but it's supposed to, like, it looks like it should make sense. This was the winner for sure. Personally, I don't think this is the one I voted for, but I was close to voting for this one. This art kind of gives me Yume Nikki vibes. I just like that it's kind of like surreal. The use of the background color with the white like line work is really good. I also like that there is an attempt to keep things within like a certain geometry, but then it also goes freeform as needed. And it feels like it kind of is almost like a juxtaposition between being too rigid and then also needing the flexibility to have curves. There's a lot you could like pull from this because again, it's abstract, so really it's not, it could be anything. It could be a robot, it could be some Dungeons and Dragons dice sitting on top of a weird table with 3 vases. Like, I mean, it could be a lot of different things. It's really like, what do you take away from it? My first thought was a wireframe. A wireframe is a good way to think about it. I really love the colors too. They're muted. They're more pastel colors, which suits the overall drawing and like the theme I think that they were going for. If they used brighter colors, it might be too sharp. And it might stand out more like a kid's drawing instead of something artistic. Because I've made that mistake before too with using like really bright colors. And I've learned over time that I like pastels more, like a pastel type colors more than anything else. This is the type of drawing that'll keep you finding new things even when you've looked over it a bunch. Yeah, I mean, that's what I really appreciate about abstract art too. And we haven't even gotten, like, if I zoomed in on this drawing a little bit too, like, there's a lot of detail here. Like, there's a lot of detail in these little sections here. There is something to keep your eyes busy for quite a bit of time. Oh no, where did it go? Don't do that. Rain, why did you do that? Oh, that was shitty. Don't do that, Rain. I pulled it off the screen and I almost couldn't get it back. Lots of recursion. Yes, that was the word I was looking for. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I couldn't find it. Alright, let me go ahead and get the next drawing loaded up. So the next one that we're going to go over was a tie for second place. It was a tie for second place. So both of these drawings were second place drawings. So they're on equal par as far as the votes were concerned. This first one is going to be Delta's drawing. Let me go ahead and get it scaled so it fits on the screen properly. And this is, again, I'm going to call it a abstract art piece. Would that be an accurate assessment, Delta, if you're here? I like this a lot. I'm biased. I'm biased because I've drawn something similar to this before, but I really, 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 really like this. Yay! There you are, Delta. I would love to know what was going through your mind because I see the signature rainbow like vortex that you often use in a lot of your designs and art and stuff like that. But sure, abstract sounds good. Yeah, like, but what was your overall thought process? Did you have a thought process for this? Is there an overall theme that you had for this particular drawing? While I'm like waiting for you to come up with that response, what I really like about this particular piece is that it puts a very like interesting juxtaposition between the nature and the chaos and like the structure of like nature. So you have like the structure part of nature, you have the chaos part of nature, and then you have the beauty, the actual like end result of nature, which is the flowers and the trees and the roses and the grass, right? But on the sides, in between all of that, is all of these different things that could be rigid or sometimes too chaotic, which is very much how the universe operates. It can be both very chaotic and also extremely rigid and rule bound sometimes. I love the two sides. Yes, I've also done similar artwork like this. Now, this isn't about my artwork, so we're not going to look at my artwork today. But if anybody's interested, go find that. You'll find as soon as you see it. Like if you're looking at this, you'll know which drawing I'm talking about. It's an abstract art piece too. Structured being black, white, and gray is nice. I love it. And I also love that the lines were not perfect. I also did a similar theme in my abstract art piece as well, where the idea is that they weren't supposed to be 100% perfect. At first, those straight edge lines looked like straight edge lines, but then over time, upon observing them, you're like, wait a second, those aren't perfect lines. They're actually like imperfect. I was more like a feeling while I was making it, more like the structure at that moment. All right, I like that. I like that. So it's more of a self-reflection piece. I can get into that. I do a lot of that kind of work myself. I thought it looked like a face. Oh, I can kind of see that a little bit. Depending on your perspective, like if you zoom it down a little bit more, like, or hold on, I'll try to help. If you zoom it down a little bit more, you can kind of see that a little bit, like where this could be the eye. Is the chat moving? Not on the window. Why is the chat not moving on the window? What? Hold on, let me go over to the other screen. Is it working over here? Why is my chat not working? Oh, god damn it. Well, I can see it on my side, but it's not working on the live stream for some reason. Alright, Krita. It was good having you here. I'm sorry, I don't know why the chat stopped working. I have no idea. It was working 5 minutes ago, apparently. Yes, peeps, you literally just missed it. Go back, like, literally 10 minutes, and we were talking about your drawing. And if you have any thoughts to share about it, let us know. Like, what was your, like, ideas? What was your thoughts that went into it? Yay, more scuff! Hey, I don't think it's my fault this time. This time I think it's legitimately a YouTube issue. Like, legit, I think it's them. I don't think it's me. I mean, it's working in, like, my OBS, but it's not updating the live stream, and it should. Should be. It's not working. I don't know why. I don't know why. I really don't. I mean, I can explain what I did and how I drew it. I mean, yeah, what software? Or did you have, like, an overall thought for the piece? Like, just something like that. I just want to kind of hear your thoughts on it. And while you're putting those thoughts together, I can start getting set up for the next piece that we're going to put on screen. I used Good Notes. What drawing software did you use? I'll be heading out now. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day and night. ZT, it was so good to see you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Crazy Krita, wait, did I say goodbye to Crazy Krita? I hope I did. Crazy Krita, if you're still here, I hope you have a wonderful day, too. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. I told you all at the beginning of the stream, this has been a crazy-ass week for me. I can't really get into it. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling it today. I felt it the moment I woke up this morning. Oh, Good Notes is the software. I'm sorry. I literally read that as like, oh, I was just using Good Notes as in like you took a bunch of notes ahead of time, and then you read them while you were drawing it. And I was like, oh, that's smart. I should do something like that. I just go for it. I just go for the kill. Okay, so the next one that we have is the last one by Anna Mish. This is, I believe. Now, Anna has done a couple of drawings recently, but I believe this is, like, the first, like, painting or, like, intentional piece that you've done. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Now, again, with this particular piece, what I really like about this is the use of colors. It's easy to kind of define what is going on in this drawing without actually knowing what any of these objects are, except for the heart. The only clear object that you can see in this entire drawing is the heart. And because of the other elements that are displayed in this drawing, it gives you a really good idea of what the intention is on the drawing. And I really like this because this is a really simple and clean way to kind of express an emotion that you might be feeling. And if I had to take a stab in the dark, I would say that this emotion would be grief. I have done a similarly themed drawing in the past, which is why I'm taking that assessment. So if anybody has ever seen, I have a drawing, and it's got a bunch of knives that are going literally into my back, stabbing me into my back. And it says there's room for one more. So like I believe that is kind of a similar idea that you were working with, very much so. Do you have anything you want to say? What art program did you use this in? Was there anything going through your head? Were you intending anything with this particular piece? What I really like about this is both its simple nature, the way it conveys its message, and the colors. The colors are really good. The color choice here was really good. I also like how the colors reflect off of different surfaces too. That's a nice subtle detail I appreciate. The intention is that I'm the pink one. This makes sense. This makes sense. Ironic how the last one isn't actually the last one. But what I like about that, though, is like, how many times have you felt that in your life, right? And in the drawing in and of itself explains that. It's not the last one. It just feels like the last one in that moment because the heartbreak is so fresh, right? Like, the pain is so fresh. So it feels like in that moment, this is the last one. Because I've said that too. This is the last time I'm doing X, Y, and Z, right? And like, is it really the last time I'm doing it? Or am I just like fed up in that moment? They get more blurred the further away because you don't forget the memory, right? But the pain lessens over time. That's the way I'm interpreting it. There are a couple of different ways you can go with it, but it's not like the memory is gone, but over time, the pain becomes less intense. That's what it looks like to me. Because it's expanding over time. It's becoming less focused. Unknown, welcome to the stream. Hello guys, it's been a while since I've been here. Do you still remember? Well, I remembered you immediately. How's it been? Hopefully you've been busy doing fun stuff. We're doing community art day today, so we're looking at other people's art. We did like a whole community like expansion. Unknown, I have a video coming out on Monday that's going to go over like all the community updates if you want to get caught up on that. It's totally optional, right? But if you're like interested in doing more community stuff, like we're doing more community stuff. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear you're doing all right. Whenever somebody like drops off for a while, I never assume they hate me or anything or just like lost interest. I just assume they were busy doing something else. Probably something more fun in real life. And that's the assumption I always make. They're too busy to keep us updated. They're too busy having a good time. Oh, well, I will try to catch up. Yeah, no worries. I've got like a whole new streaming schedule. I've got like a whole new content schedule. I actually have 3 new YouTube channels now. I don't know how long you've been gone for, but a lot's changed. So I was so busy. That's valid. That's valid. Trust me, you don't have to apologize to me for that one. I totally get being way too busy. Holy crap. I couldn't even believe it was Friday today. I've like blinked and the entire week went away. I was like, wow, I've got like 4 days to do all this work. And then like, I do it. And then like, it's Friday already. I've got a live stream. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. No, don't be sorry. You're fine. You're valid. Don't worry. I'm just glad things weren't like bad or anything, right? Like being busy is totally fine. All right. So as I mentioned, that was the other drawing that was tied for second place. The last drawing that was submitted was Maddie's drawing. Now, Maddie is the one who hosts this. Now, I want to say, though, I think this came out really good. I like pixel art. I'm biased. I thought that the character on the right, and I don't know the character's name, so if they are supposed to have names, I don't know them. But I thought the character on the right side came out really, really good. I like the pose. I like the thing on their head. I think it's supposed to be some sort of like, looks like a tomato or an apple. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I don't know who this character is, but I really enjoyed this. Maddie, if you have a second, what was like some of your thoughts going into this? Like what if you know these characters, are they real characters? Is this something you made up? Like what's going on in this? It's 10:36 p.m. So I do one live stream now that's in the morning for people like you. So like probably about an hour and a half ago I started streaming. About an hour ago. So, you know, that hopefully is a reasonable time. I do a second live stream on Saturday now at 1 p.m., which would be like the middle of the night for you. And then I'm thinking about doing another Sunday stream around the same time that I would have started this one. So there might be up to 3 live streams every weekend. I know who they are, but Maddie should say it. They are both called, I'm going to probably pronounce this name wrong, Sukiya from different series. I drew them together literally just because they have the same name. Left Sukiya from again, I'm probably butchering that name. Right Sukiya from Dr. Stone. Okay, alright, that makes sense. 2 characters with the same name. What is this, a crossover episode? Is that like the theme that you went over like for this? I like it. Oh, can I share some art? Yeah, so actually, Unknown, we are doing art contests. So Maddie /Hesitate, her name is Hesitate in the chat right now. She is leading the art contest. So we have a new artist tag in the Discord. So if you come into our Discord server and you take the artist role tag, you'll be pinged when we're doing these. Some of them will be themed. Some of them will be like kind of just like draw whatever. We don't care. Just show us what you got, right? But yeah, absolutely. And we have like a whole thread now just dedicated to art. So even if we're not doing any of that stuff, I check it regularly. I'm always in there. I'm always commenting. People are always drawing something new and posting new stuff there. So by all means, please put all your art in there. I'd love to see it. And if there's something you want me to see in particular, please tag me. Please tag me or I will miss it. I miss so much stuff because people don't either reply or tag me in the things they want me to see. Yeah, so please tag me. Please tag me. Sukiya means watermelon in Japanese. I did not know that. I am not as familiar with Japanese as I am with Mandarin. So in Mandarin, I believe melon would be gua. If I remember correctly, I think it's gua. Like gua is melon. But my Mandarin sucks too, so like, well, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I can speak Mandarin fluently. You know what my favorite word, like my favorite phrase in Mandarin is? 我不晓得, which means I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Sharky, you're here. You can judge me on my terrible Mandarin. Did I say that correctly? I might not even have said it correctly. Do you understand that? Oh, it isn't gua? Is gua watermelon? I know you speak Cantonese, but if you happen to know in Mandarin, like, I can't remember. I think watermelon is gua. Gua for melon. It's the same as the only French you need to know. Oh wait, oh god, I'm so bad at French. Je ne parle pas français? I don't know if I said that right. Cause like French is so hard to enunciate. Nothing like makes sense about that language. Je ne parle pas français? I don't know if that's probably completely wrong. Well, see, I can't even read the characters that you just wrote me. Is melon? Hold on. See, that's the problem. I can't even read Mandarin properly. So let me see. Let me see. It says honeydew melon, which is migua. So I'm gonna go and say that at least the word melon is gua. And I know me is honey because when I was in Taiwan, I used to drink feng mi jiu, which is honey wine. Now that one I do remember. Okay, so I was just saying the melon part and not the actual water part. I got it. I get it now. I don't need to read Mandarin that fluently to know that I'm just screwing up. Like, all right, so I was just saying melon. Wait, I was just actually saying nuts. Wait, what? See, I told you I was bad at Mandarin. Barely even fluent. Not even barely fluent. Like, maybe, like, entry level at best. We call watermelon simply melon? Well, they called coffee over there, which was, like, really confusing to me at first. Because I was like, wait, it's, like, the same word. And they're like, it's kind of not. And I'm like, but it kind of is. And they're like, well, it kind of is, but it's kind of not. You gotta say it the way we say it. Oh, like, I just saw that. I'm sorry. I see that. I'm in pain from needle and glass shard. Oh, no, you gotta be careful with glass. Last time I got glass in my foot is when I dropped my glass French press on the floor. That was pretty bad. That was all of the art that we had to go through. So I'm gonna switch over to here. We can just chit-chat for a little while longer. Coffee is from other countries, so that's why. Well, you do the same with chocolate, but it's like chocolate. Something like that. I think that's probably mispronounced. I'm probably butchering all of this shit. So, like, one of the things that I would use, like, that was a big crutch when I was living in Taiwan, was wo yao, right? Like, wo yao gets you a lot of, like, what you need, especially if you don't even know the word and you just point to it. And you just say, wo yao, and then you point to it and you say, shishie ni, right? Most people will understand what you're trying to do, right? Even if you can't phrase it in the way that they can understand, if you just say, want that, thank you, right? Like, most people will smile and just be like, okay, here you go. Wo yao. I want. Yeah, I want this, I want that, right? Like, you can put I want in front of a lot of different things and it works, right? Like, if I said wo yao gua, right? That would mean I either want nuts or a melon, right? Wo yao cafe, shishie, right? I want a coffee, please. Right? Wo yao chow fun, right? Like, or chow fan, right? I want some fried rice. Right? Like, it gets you a long way. And, like, even if you don't know the word that you need, you can usually just point to the thing you want, right? And that will get you, like, what you need. But, like, I really only know, like, that's kind of, like, how, like, I survived in Taiwan when I was there. There's, like, just learning, like, basic words. And, like, when I needed to get something, I would just, like, you know, wo yao boba lai cha. Shishie. And now you can all make fun of me for my really bad Mandarin. Hey, at least I know how to spell my own name properly. It's one character. It's Yi. You. I can't even pronounce my own name right in Mandarin. You. Yi, I think it's yi in Mandarin. I can't even say it right. I also can't say the word vinegar right in Mandarin, which is like, like I can't do it. I can't do it. I've never been able to say it right. It's like this weird, like up and down enunciation on like a single vowel, and I can't. Hold on, wait. Let me see what you actually said there, because like I said, I can't read Mandarin fluently, so like, kind of only know a little of like what you're even trying to say. It was, I want this. Well, yeah. Wait, that's not Zega, right? Zuga? Well, yeah, Zuga. Is that the way that you wrote it? I want this. That sounds right to me. Fish? I don't know how to pronunciate it. That's the problem. I know how to write it out, right? I know what it is. I know how to read it, right? But I don't know how to say it. Close enough. It's like, ni hao. Wo jiao. Yeah. Just say it like a horse. What's your name? Wo jiao. Yeah. Wait, Rainy. Are we doing some language stuff? I'm just messing around with my really bad Mandarin knowledge. And it's been years since I've even been to Taiwan, so now I'm like really rusty. Wait, Rainy, I need to find his YouTube. Rain, you might be surprised to see a big amethyst ring at a cliff at the very mountain peak. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I know Nuki has been doing some terraforming around that mountain area now that they've cleared out all those protection blocks and stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I was trying to cut together the video where we were tinkering Demozan with like me, you, and Anna. So I had actually recorded that. But I scuffed the audio on your all side of it, so both you and Anna almost like are whispering to me. So the entire video sounds like I'm talking to myself. It's awful. So I was gonna use that to cut together like a short video, like a half-an-hour video. Had to scrap the entire thing, because I sound like a crazy person talking to myself. Can I speak one sentence from my native language? Sure, I don't mind. As a language artist, listening to people try to pronounce stuff and failing is kind of funny. Oh, you're in no shortage of entertainment here, my friend. Trust me, I've got it in spades if that's what you're looking for. Was it the one you showed me? Had a similar issue with my friend when we were recording a video. I couldn't even hear myself and my friend. Yes, that was basically what happened. So what ended up happening is, so right now I have my desktop audio for, like, what I had accidentally done is I'd plugged the Luanti sound through my desktop audio, which would have been fine if I didn't knock it down 20 decibels. So that's what ended up happening, is that it was all recorded fine. You should have been at the same level as me if I didn't like lower the dial down and not adjust it. So what I'm going to do to problem solve this for next time is to like try to get each of its like, not just have like a desktop audio thing anymore, but have like a game audio thing that's recorded on its own channel. That way like voices are on its own thing. I can adjust that separately from the game volume, and my volume is different, and the stream music has its own volume knob. So everything has like a volume knob now, and I don't accidentally do this shit anymore. You should. Oh, wait. Salamat Ulan? Wait, Salamat? Where do I know that from? Salamat. Is that wouldn't be Thai, would it? I'm probably wrong there. Salamat. I'm trying to guess what language that is. If I'm wrong, correct me. I'm gonna guess Thai. from the other one is oh God. You should try to pronounce Rodgrad med Flod. Famous shibboleth in Danish. I didn't even know how to say shibboleth. Shibboleth? 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 Ulan means rain. Salamat means thanks. Alright, but what language was it? No, it's not Thai. Okay, I was wrong. It's Danish! Oh God, I was way off. I think we had a blue moon in the rain, SMP. Ulan Batar. I'm a go. Have a great day, peeps. It was good to have you here. Thanks for submitting some art for the contest. Congratulations on winning, by the way, cutie. Nah, it's not Danish. Okay, what language is it? Oh, it's Filipino or Tagalog. Tagalog! I should have known better. Kumusta ka? That's like the only thing I know. Oh, wait. I know how to call someone handsome. You call them guapo. Guapo ka. Well, is it like the very few things I know in Tagalog? Lumpia? Oh, I know lumpia, but that's a food. Oh, my sister, she's half Filipino. So my kid sister is half Filipino. And she always used to call me Kuya, because I'm the oldest one. So I'd be Kuya Rain. Oh, hi Pamela, welcome to the stream. Just joined, sorry I missed. Oh, don't worry. You're good. Plus, there's always a VOD available, so, you know, you can always go back and take a peek. I might cut this into a video for the art channel anyways, so that's also a thing. I once made a conlang that was basically just a bargaining bin Tagalog. I love it. Rain, do you know any Japanese? You know it. So no, surprisingly, I don't really know Japanese that well. Like, almost at all. I've always studied Mandarin. And that's because, again, I had made a lot of plans in my life to travel throughout Asia. So, like, when I was really young, one of the incentives for joining the military was, you know, they were going to move me around. I wanted to see the world, right? After the military, I kind of had to come up with my own plan. So my original plan was to travel all around Asia first because it's more far away. I live on the East Coast of the United States, so it's more far away. And in my brain, I was like, okay, well, I live on the East Coast of the United States. Europe is going to be cheaper and easier to get to, so I should get all of, like, my travel in Asia done first because those trips are going to be more expensive. They're going to be harder. There's going to be more of a language barrier, right? So while I'm young and I've got the energy and the time and the means to do all of that, that was my plan. I was supposed to start doing, like, my European traveling around this part of my life. But then 3 years ago, I got in the accident and, well, I haven't been on a vacation since. I haven't had a vacation in 3 years. It's been a long time. Yes, the potato language? Can we make a potato language? I would be happier with that. Ate? Is it ate? I just want to make sure I'm enunciating it. But ate means big sister, but kuya means big brother. Ah, so now it would be ate. Okie dokie. Thank you for correcting me on that one. It seems I need to transition my terms a little bit too. But you understand what I was going for there, right? At least you picked up what I was trying to say. It's pronounced Tito. Tato is what you call your aunt or older person. Wait, it was Tito. Tito. Yes, yes. Wait, there's one for uncle too, isn't there? Like, not long ago, I found an old NRK, the Norwegian broadcaster bit about Danish devolving into nothing. Oh no! Tito is uncle, Tita is aunt. Got it. I'm learning so much today. So I'd call you Tita Rain if you were here. Oh my goodness, I'd love that. You can call me Tita Rain if you'd like. Tita or Ate? I think that would be like the most appropriate things for people to call me. Like either aunt or like big sister. Unfortunately, I am older than a majority of the chat by 20 years, so that definitely fits. If for like no other reason than that. Chocolate Rain! Ooh, that sounds fun. I should do that as a nickname one of these times. Oh shit! I should have done that for Valentine's Day, Baytran! Chocolate Rain would have been perfect for Valentine's Day! Fuck! I want to remember that one for next year. And as just as a warning, as a heads up, I do have an April Fool's Day joke planned. Just so it's not gonna completely blindside everybody. But I am gonna pull a prank on April Fool's Day. So just be prepared for that too. That's coming up soon. Like real soon. Like within a couple of days. So be ready for it. Last year I did the April Fool's joke. And I actually legitimately scared somebody with it. They were not prepared for that. They were like, what? So this time I'm giving everybody a warning. I do plan on doing an April Fool's Day joke. Mind the date. Mind the date. Chocolate Rain cover when? I still gotta do the umbrella cover. Don't you all want to stand under my umbrella? Ella, Ella, A. I'm so bad at singing. You could stand under my umbrella. Ella. Come on, that one's perfect. MEP, good night, Rain and chat. Credo, it was always good to have you here. I hope you sleep well, cutie. Sleep enough for both of us, because I certainly don't get enough. Well, I am not good at singing. Nobody can sit here and pretend I'm good at singing. I'm terrible. Just because you haven't heard me, like, crack my voice on a note yet, doesn't mean I won't. With phone, bread, garlic. Phone, bread, garlic. Guess what I mean here? You're calling for some hot garlic bread. I don't know. You're DoorDashing some garlic bread right now. I don't know. DoorDash or Uber Eats. Wait. Oh, wait. Wait, over where you live, you probably have the Panda app. Like the Panda delivery app, right? I think that's what they have over there. Like the Panda food app. My grandma turns 86 this weekend. 86 is one of my favorite numbers. So, good for her. That is a baguette. Well, you can still turn a baguette into garlic bread. It would just be garlic baguette. It's a garlic phone. I like that answer, Pamela. It's supposed to be an onion, not garlic. So wait, it's onion bread? Now it's definitely flying over my head. I'm too hungry. I need to eat more before we play these food emoji games. Has anybody ever taken a bite out of an onion? Like a raw onion before? I used to know somebody that could eat onions like a fucking apple. And I'm just like, you're unhinged. I can't believe you eat like that. And they're like, it's fine. It's yummy. I love to eat my steak. Like, there's nothing better than eating a steak and a big raw onion. And they would literally cut a piece of their steak and bite out of the onion like an apple. It was so crazy. Every time it would make my skin crawl. Raw onion. And I had to sit across from them too. Right? So when they're doing this, have you ever gotten anybody with like onion and steak breath? Like raw onion and steak breath? It is abysmal. It is abysmal to be around. It is like you think garlic breath is bad. Try steak and raw onion. I know. It was so bad. And the worst part too is I'd offer them a stick of gum afterwards. And they'd be like, no thanks, I don't like gum. And I'm like, I'm not offering it for you. Right? This isn't for you. This is for my benefit. I did, but I regretted it. I would regret it too. Like, I can put a lot of spicy things in my mouth, but that just doesn't seem pleasant. And like, here's the thing. Raw red onion in a salad is good. Like, raw onion is not bad, right? But like, just the raw onion, like you're just eating the steak with the raw onion. Oh, and they also used to put like their seasoning, so they wouldn't season the steak either. What they would do is they would cook the steak without any seasoning, no salt, no pepper, which was insane to me. Right? Just absolutely insane. And what they would do is they would get like a little pile of salt and pepper on the plate and they would dip it into that. And then they would take a bite and then they would take a bite of the raw onion, and that's how they enjoyed their steak. Absolutely, completely unhinged to me. I've never seen somebody eat a steak like that, but you know, to each their own. You know, it's still food. Yeah, the chat hasn't moved in so long. I know, it's all glitched out. I'm sorry. At least I'm keeping up with it. White onion is also better. Red onion is worse. So I would say white onion is better. They would do it with white onion, but I've seen them do it with red onion before too. And oh God. Oh God. I don't know how. Rain, I think the chat crashed on your side. Yeah, it crashed a while ago. I tried to fix it, but it's not working. I think YouTube is glitched. Sorry. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just kill the chat window for today. There you go. Now I can't bother anybody. Now it doesn't exist. So YouTube always finds a way to outscuff Raid? I know. Jeez. You would think they're the ones running the professional show around here. I'm gonna go now, so sleepy. I hope you guys have great luck with your week. You too, Unknown. It was so good to see you again. I'm glad you're doing great, and I hope I catch you again soon. But hey, if you stay busy, that's not a bad thing. Just stay positive, my friend. Why the hell did my left foot go numb? My left leg is like always in a perpetual state of numbness, so I can't help you there. I was actually talking about this. So, like, I want to do, for this summer, I want to do a drawing of myself, and I want to do a beach drawing, and I want to do myself in a bathing suit. And I've been trying to find the right pose, and the right expression, and the right kind of bathing suit to put on my body, because I'm going to be real, I've looked at a lot of drawing references so far, and I don't know why this keeps happening in anime in particular, but why does the clothes always look like they're like on their last legs for like staying attached to the body. Like, some of these like bra straps look like they're way too thin. They would snap instantaneously under the weight that they're trying to hold. Like, it's ridiculous. Some of these don't even look like they're like appropriately like clung to the body. Like, I've seen some and it's like, how is that even holding up? Like, there's no way that stay attached, right? So, I don't know. I've got to find something that feels right, but then, like, also isn't weird, but I don't know. Fan service? There you go. That's just what we'll call it. We'll just call it fan service. Swimsuit dresses are peak. So I've thought about that. The other direction I'm going to go in, which I do want to do this, so a lot of people don't know this because, like, I usually wear the dress, right? And even when I draw myself, at most, you'll see the scar on my left thigh, right? But, like, nobody really knows, like, what my body looks like unless I, like, were to put on a bathing suit. And there is a scar on my tummy that people don't know about. And I want to, like, kind of do the drawing almost, like, as a disability pride thing. Like, I'm not afraid to wear my bathing suit with this big, ugly scar on my stomach, right? And even though it's an art piece, I kind of want to do it for that reason. Because in real life, I don't have a scar on my thigh like that. The scar in the drawing is just a representation of, like, how far, like, the damage extends down, like, throughout my nervous system. But there is a real scar on my belly that goes from my hip to my belly button. That is huge, and it's, in my opinion, quite ugly, but, you know, I'm learning to live with it. Wait, it's all fan service. I love that. I think I'm gonna run out of deep slate slabs before I even finish the damn platform. Well, I ran out of pink slabs so many times. Hopefully that new structure that you and Anna were working on, like, fills the entire cube out, because I don't mind mining all of that out. I need the pink slabs though. I got a permanent scar in my right arm, deep wounds. It bled a lot. Yeah, mine was from the surgery, so I didn't get the scar from the accident, but the surgery in and of itself was the reason, and it was a rough one. And they even warned me too that, like, you could lose feeling in your leg over this, and I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Just do what you gotta do. We got a huge highway project right now going on, Sharky, but there's a lot of different things you can do to help out with that. Or, like, I don't know if you're offering me or if you're offering Demozan. If you were offering Demozan, just ignore everything I said. I ended up having to do a lot of self-care. So, like, the thing with, like, those types of injuries is, like, a lot of people don't realize, like, in the hospital, you don't stay in the hospital. Well, at least in American hospitals, I can't speak to any other hospitals, but at least in the American hospital, they only kept me long enough to, like, make sure I was going to be fine, and then they discharged me. As soon as they knew that I could take care of myself, I could get myself in and out of the wheelchair, I didn't need to be in traction anymore. Like, right? Like, they retaught me my life, like, basic life skills. They're like, okay, you're good to go. You're good to go. Go home. Just bed rest. Try not to fall out of the bed or out of your wheelchair. We taught you how to transfer, so, you know, do that. I'm honestly offering it to anyone who needs it. So we need a lot of dyes, Sharky. So if you're ever in the mood, not by my base, because somebody picked all the flowers off of, like, the mountainside on my base. Peter put those there, so, like, please don't pick those flowers. But there's lots of flower fields around. Just go to a flower field and just grab one of each color, and just don't even, like, think about what flowers you're getting. Just grab a bunch of flowers, convert them into dyes, and hand over what you get to us. And that would be super useful. Happened since 2023. That's actually when I had my accident. 3 years ago. I thought 3 years later I'd be out of the wheelchair by now, but, you know, that's still a thing. I am doing a little better with, like, the walking and stuff. And I have been, like, so, like, my short-term, like, standing goal is to, like, get to, like, a good 15 minutes of, like, cane and walking time so that I don't always have to use the wheelchair. And then I'd like to get up to 30 minutes, like, where I can really stand and walk around for 30 minutes before I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm in too much pain. I'm too tired from this. It's too exhausting. Then I have to go back to the wheelchair. I do want to be able to use as much of, like, my body naturally as I can. The problem is that I don't really have the stamina for it anymore. They love booting people out of hospital. Oh, as soon as you're stable. And if you don't have insurance, oh, you better believe you're getting your ass out of there super fast. Like, they will literally do what's legally minimum if you don't have insurance. So let's say you're somebody who in a no insurance situation, right? And you got hit by a car. They can't just let you die, right? They have to stabilize you. But as soon as you're stabilized, out the door, you're gone. They're not taking care of you. This isn't a free ride. Oh, and they'll send you a bill for it too. So, you know, don't do that. Oh goodness, I'm losing my voice faster. I was gonna go for 2 hours today. I think I'm gonna cut the stream a little bit short today, just because I'm losing my voice a little bit faster than I normally do. But I still have a live stream scheduled for tomorrow, and I am doing a special filming on Sunday for a special video that should be coming out soon. So I'm really looking forward to that. I am considering doing 3 live streams going forward. So, maybe starting next weekend, I'll start doing that. But I haven't, like, nailed down the 3rd live stream time yet. So that's kind of, like, up in the air. But as always, before I go, I do want to take a moment to say thank you to everybody who's been so supportive, who keeps sending in the membership gifts, who send in the super chats, the super head pats, who donate to my Ko-Fi. Thank you. Thank you. All of the recent community stuff that we've been able to do recently, all the stuff that I've been able to work on, expand, the new stuff that I'm able to film, the new camera equipment that I'm buying so that I can do more IRL filming. All of this is because of the support that you give me. And even if you can't do any financial support, just being here, just spending time with me, participating in the stuff that we do in the community, it means the world to me. So from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you. But with all of that out of the way, thank you all so much for joining me for this live stream. And I hope everyone out there has a wonderful day.